I head to Florida tomorrow. I've kind of lived all over Florida. Make a video about two topics regarding Florida. One of them accurately describes why the hell everybody in the United States is moving to Florida, and the other is things to consider. Because I've had a lot of people ask me this, things to consider when moving to Florida. As recently, I've many times recently actually checked out home prices in Florida. Amazingly enough, even in bad neighborhoods, and I know all of Fort Myers and Daytona Beach area, just checking property, all the homes say price increase. All of them virtually say price increase. In other words, in the past few months, there's been such a huge demand that they've decided instead of lowering the price, they're just going to raise the price. Here's another fact. Almost every day I get a call about my house in Florida. Is it for sale? There are people that are literally, foaming at the mouth, real estate people, trying to buy houses to flip them for profit because they know. What they're trying to do is they're trying to find a sucker that is interested in making a substantial profit. It's like, wow, I made a bunch of money selling my house. What they don't realize is that they're the sucker and that the real estate people are going to make a substantial profit because the demand is incredibly high in Florida. I mean, really, really high. Also, too, I noticed that the percentage of homes available in a few areas in Florida that I checked, including my own, it's about 1/6 of what it normally is, 1/5 or 1/6. There's no inventory. Yeah, people are calling nearly every day. People are fleeing Florida. Not Florida. Fleeing, these socialist Hades holes. I'm going to call it Hades holes. California, New York, New Jersey, Chicago. They're just fleeing. They're not going to put up with the type of tyranny that's going on in these places, and I don't blame them. Like I said, I'll be heading to Florida tomorrow. People want a place with low taxes, and they want to breathe free. And I don't know if you know this or not, but it's really hot in South Florida, which is where my home is at. It's so hot, by the way, that nobody I know has a heater. Nobody. There's like 2 cold days out of the year. Even like in the middle of January, it's shorts weather. Don't have a heater in my house. People don't want to go around, these, and by the way, mandates are not laws. I don't know if you know this or not, but government mandates are not laws. Might want to look into that. Go around in the heat and humidity wearing a face diaper. I've lived in southeast Florida. I lived for years in southwest Florida. Lived in Daytona Beach area. Part of my family is in Central Florida, so I've been all around Central Florida, tons and tons. Gainesville, Ocala area, which is really nice. Orlando is just a traffic tourist hellhole, and the humidity is so bad in that area that will just smack you in the face. The traffic is just absolutely hellish. The only good place to me, it's like, well, that's your opinion. Yeah, it is, but I've been all over Florida. The only nice place in northern Florida is St. Augustine. It's America's oldest city. It's very beautiful. It's historic. That, of course, is a certain sector of it, but it's a little too close to Jacksonville. I mean, to me, the Jacksonville is just, you might as well live in hell than as to live in That's just too far north. And here's something that I've never heard anybody say. Someone might have said it. You only hit real Florida, which is south of Tampa. That's real Florida. Anything north of Tampa is not really Florida. Why? Because you don't really hit real Florida until you see mango trees and coconut trees. And you can see some of those in Tampa, but, they really only flourish. And the Fort Myers area, North Fort Myers, is, low crime, not too much traffic. It's nice year-round. There's tons of police to take care of things. Yeah, it's my humble opinion that only true Florida is south of Tampa. Um, why would you want to live in Florida and not have all the benefit? If you need a heater at any point in time in the year, you're not in real Florida. My grandfather was living in McIntosh, which is just south of Gainesville, Florida. Gainesville is a nice college town. It's nice. It's not too humid, but it's still north central Florida. It is nice though. But I mean, I forget what the exodus of people. There's no income tax in Florida. Um, Everything is really, really dirt cheap in Florida. I don't know if you know this or not. So is labor. Like poor Europeans, when they want to take a vacation, they come to Florida for a month. I mean, they can live for nothing. It's just, I'm like 13 miles away as the bird flies from Sanibel Island, where my house is. And Sanibel's gorgeous. You don't want to be down there at spring break. Spring break is essentially over. But, it's beautiful. It's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. The most beautiful place in Florida is easily Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Naples. Naples has got too much traffic. There's more money in Naples, by the way, than Hollywood. I've been to Hollywood a few times. Just a horrible place. Yeah, you see rich homes. I mean, Naples is way nicer. We've got way more money than Hollywood does. People think all the money's in Hollywood. No, it's in Naples, Florida. I'm sorry I can't stand Miami. The traffic sucks. The crime sucks. The climate sucks. Tampa, St. Pete, there's no distinction there. They're both the same place. I can't stand either one. They're traffic, crime, Hades holes. No, I mean, it's just, no. There's so much crime in that, it's just too much. I'm sorry, I would never live in Tampa. Orlando, like I said, is a tourist and traffic Hades hole. The humidity is so bad, like in the summertime, if you open up the door, it's like someone reached out and slapped you. The humidity is so bad. I grew up in Orlando. I went to photography school in Daytona Beach. To me, that's the most depressing area of Florida. I don't know, maybe Jacksonville is actually way worse. Daytona Beach Daytona Beach is like this post-apocalyptic, it was like spring break Mecca 30 years ago, and it never ever recovered because they banned driving on the beach in Daytona Beach. And that's really the reason why the kids went down there. They drove on the beach. And then they stopped that. The beaches are just dirty as hell. It's just, Daytona Beach is like the Skid Row of Florida. Sorry, Skid Row. Let me repeat that. Daytona Beach is Skid Row. Last time I was in Daytona Beach, I stopped there. You could sink your hand anywhere in the sands of Daytona Beach. You'll pull up either like broken glass or something nasty, even more nasty. The beaches are just disgusting. Not like that at all in Southwest Florida. Florida is generally for the newlyweds and the soon-to-be-deads. Like, people my age generally don't live in Florida. You're either really young in Florida or you're about to die and you're in Florida. It kind of feels that way. Everybody in Florida has skin cancer, cataracts, and enlarged prostate, apparently. Because every road sign is about skin cancer, cataracts, or your bulging prostate. Yeah, but I mean, people are leaving these Karl Marx Hades holes, California, New York, New Jersey, Chicago. They're leaving in droves, and they're going. It's like, let's move somewhere where houses are cheap. Well, they're not cheap anymore. It's cheap to live. The food is great. Oh man, the food in Florida is incredible. I mean, you got the most amazing vegetables year-round in Florida. Oh my God. I mean, you get like an enormous box of tomatoes that you'll never ever consume for like $10. Enormous, like this. Oh man, the fruits and veggies. So cheap, so good, so fresh. Same with the seafood, not that I eat seafood. When I was living in Daytona Beach, and I don't eat seafood. I used to do a lot of diving. off of Vero Beach and even to Daytona Beach. You go out there and you look under the rocks and there'd be like 10 giant lobsters. Like if someone liked lobsters, I mean, all they need was a pole spear and, you know, they could have all the lobsters that of course, I don't know what sort of rules or restrictions as far as harvesting lobsters. They're all over the seafloor like cockroaches. I know a lot of people like to eat those things. I don't, but they're everywhere. Basically, that's what a lobster is a sea cockroach. You know, if it's got an exoskeleton and little antennas and bug eyes on the ends of stalks, it's a cockroach to me. That's why I don't eat that garbage. But if you like seafood, Florida's great. Now that everybody's working remotely, I think some people that have a half a brain, they're like, you know, why am I living in this Karl Marx socialist Hades hole, paying an enormous amount of money for a dumpy apartment with crappy weather? Let's move to Florida. Things are cheap. The weather's great. The fruit and veggies and seafood are great. You know, no income tax. You know, unless you're in Orlando or Tampa, St. Pete or Miami, which are traffic hellholes, which they are, you know, you're set. I mean, it's easy. So if you're thinking about moving to Florida, do. I can't wait to see how California, New York, New Jersey, Washington State, Oregon are going to be deprived of a state income tax because everybody fled to where there's freedom, you know, and they're not taxed to death, i.e. Florida. So, since I know so much about Florida, I thought I would make this interesting video now that everybody's fleeing to Florida. I'll catch you in Florida, by the way, because tomorrow I'm heading to Florida.